Jordan Tower with JTNEWS. Well, WACK100 got back on the gram today. He's been on tour with the game. He manages Ray J, and you know WACK100 because he middlemaned a lot of that stuff. He really spoke for Game on the Meek and Game beef, a lot of subjects, and he also chimed in with the Beanie Sigel stuff when Beanie Sigel got involved. You know, he got involved in all that stuff, okay? And a podcaster known as Taxstone commented on a lot of that stuff on his Twitter and on Vlad TV. Now, Taxstone, he interviewed Meek Mill. He has some pretty good podcasts. Some are good, some are bad. But he's, you know, I know him from podcasting. I never heard of him in Brooklyn before that. But, you know, he's a pretty decent podcaster. Charlemagne the God put him on. Okay? So, basically, WACK100 took to the gram and said, I've touched 12 countries as of today. And I can't wait to get home to my great country for one reason. To give Taxstone a good old American ass whooping. Fat boy got my name in his mouth in all his interviews. I don't even know this clown, but thanks to the good old American way, I now know he's living on my coast. I'ma dog walk you. Since you want some attention, I'ma let you get to know me in the worst way. There will be footage and a blog. Remember, you started this, clown. I don't give a shit where we at, church or radio station. Ain't no passes on PIRU, which means like blood. And he said, you wanted my attention, now you got it. Now, Taxstone loves stuff like this. He likes it when people talk back to him because he likes to troll back and forth. This is what he's actually known for on Twitter. Before he started podcasting, you know, he'd tweet out a lot of people's music, like, you know, Bobby Shmurda and other people. I think he knew Designer before Designer popped, okay? He's pretty good at getting music first, you know, and, you know, we'll give him that. And, you know, he also states his opinion, and he likes to spar back and forth on Twitter and on Snapchat. So he's going to love this back and forth with WACK100. Now, to me, these guys are too old to be fighting in the street. I mean, come on. You know, once you get into your 30s, and some of these guys in their 40s, I think WACK100's in his 40s, okay? That stuff is corny at that point. Like, you scrap in your 20s, in your 30s and 40s, you should be mature. Because think about this, guys, okay? Even if you get caught by the cops fighting, you guys are both getting charged, okay? It's a charge. You go to jail. I know WACK100's gangster, and you know, these guys talk about scrapping all the time. Taxstone talks about all that stuff, but you know, it's like you guys aren't really gonna do anything. Nothing's gonna happen. I doubt it will, but you know, I know WACK100's official. I know he's friends with Big U, a friend of mine out in the West Coast. I don't think Taxstone lives in the West Coast. He's always in New York, right? But maybe I'm wrong. But anyways, we'll see what happens. Nothing's really going to happen. They're going to go back and forth on Instagram and Snapchat. Nothing's really going to happen because, you know, people don't want to go to jail, especially when you're mature. You know better than that, you know? Anyways, we will see. You know, I'm not saying any of these guys are soft or anything. I think they're just smarter than that. These guys are both smarter than that. So, anyways, whatever, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. And, you know, I'll keep you guys up to date on all the fuckery going out on here on the internet.